Hello everyone, there's a very interesting posting on Spectrum. PIBA, chips with multiple medbeds still count as one for respawn. Please reconsider this. As disclosed IC report for not a bug. Let's take a look at the IC report. Respawning in cutter thread once, then fall back to home. Spawn a cutter thread, verify that both beds are filled, make sure you set your regeneration point in the chip, press backspace to respawn. After respawning, do it again. What happened when I set my regeneration point in a cutter thread and make sure that both beds have refills? I spawned one time, but when suiciding again, I'm falling back to my home base regeneration, even if there's one bed back. He means if there's one match shell in the other bed still. What should happen? The two beds in a ship should be used until both are empty. Remark, when setting region point to the other bed that still has match shell, respawning there will occur. But this is something you have to think about, and a lot of people will forget it and respawn instead in the original city clinic. I think in ships with multiple medbeds you should respawn there until all match shell is used. And now the fun part, CRG comment, thanks for the report. While this is valid feedback, we have to close this as it's not a bug. We encourage the discussion to continue on Spectrum. Ships that have multiple beds in the IC, the example is the Cutler thread, can't count as multiple respawn even if the beds are all filled with match shell. It seems like CRG wants to limit the number of respawns to the max capability of the single best bed the ship can offer. Why do we have ships with multiple medbeds, for example Cutler thread, Idris, Polaris, Apollo, if you can only respawn once even if all medbeds are filled with match shell, unless we set our respawn to the other medbed that still has match shell. A system where ships have multiple medbeds, but they have to manually reset my respawn to the other medbed that still has match shell, is very prone to errors. A lot of people will forget it and then they respawn back into the home location clinic. Yes, respawning without consequences was bad, but instead of giving us a good solution, CRG once again gives us more tedious and boring gameplay, more time sinks. I'm fine with taking care my ship is repaired, has ammunition and fuel, but Stasis evolves more and more into my little summer spaceship where we have to take care of every little thing. Remember, it is getting worse. For example, filters, consumable for life support are coming. I think there are better ways to fix medbed abuse. For example, a timer. First use, no timer. Second use within 5 minutes, add a 5-minute timer. If medbed was not used in 5 minutes, timer goes back to 0. Or how about resurrection sickness? If a medbed is used, give the player some penalties for 5 minutes, like slower move speed, weaker aim, taking more damage, etc. After 5 minutes, no more penalties. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen. I mean, the sounds are messed up anyway. For example, when you're on space stations in an elevator to your hangar, you can hear all kind of sounds. Oh! Flicker, I went up internal elevator and I died. Fuck. If you hit N, you are now landing and not... my character died just going down the ramp. And Flicker suffocated in the airlock. Okay, me too. I was wearing a helmet. Flicker, I was wearing my helmet. And I died when going outside the building. Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter or on Blue Sky.